What's up? It's Jonathan Mathis, the sports judge here. I just finished watching the Dodger game. As most Dodger fans probably finished watching the Dodger game. Well, the the majority that probably can watch the game because it is on Spectrum Sportsnet. But if you didn't see the game, this is a game that I felt the Dodgers should have clearly won. Once again, the Dodgers can't figure out the Pittsburgh Pirates for whatever reason. And over the last 6 seasons, they showed an interesting statistic tonight. Over the last 6 seasons, the Dodgers have, you know, basically owned this Pittsburgh Pirates team. It's a lopsided series for sure. But this season, it just hasn't looked good for them every time they face this Pittsburgh Pirates team, and I don't know what it is. But part of the reason tonight was Craig Kimbrel. Um, Now I see why the Chicago White Sox dumped him on us. I mean, they basically dumped this trash on us. So now we're stuck with Craig Kimbrel. We no longer have a good hitter, one of the good hitters in our lineup who came up clutch in big moments for us, and that's AJ Pollock, because we traded AJ Pollock for this guy, thinking that we was getting a legitimate closer, when in reality we should have realized that Craig Kimbrel is a has-been. His good days are behind him. He's not that same closer that we saw in Atlanta or that we saw with the Red Sox. And he's having a mediocre year. He is already working my damn nerves. He is, I don't want to say he's the second coming of Kenley Jensen, because that wouldn't be fair of me to say that. But he's the second coming of the struggling Kenley Jensen. I guess that's a fair assessment. I guess I can say that. I guess that's putting it kind of kindly, right? Because Kenley Jensen was once a dominant closer for the Dodgers, the former closer, who is now pitching for the Braves and coming out of their bullpen in the ninth inning. Kenley Jensen was one of the best closers in the game, but then he has started to see a steady decline with the Dodgers. That's how Craig Kimbrel is pitching with the Dodgers right now. He's making people nervous. He's scaring the hell out of Dodger fans. We're biting our nails in the ninth inning, wondering if he's going to get the damn save or not. He blew the damn save. He had one job. That was to come in and get 3 outs, and he couldn't even do that. He couldn't even get the final 3 outs in the game. Look, I'm placing my blame on him because the Dodgers did enough offensively to get back in this game. They pulled off a comeback, and they fall short because pitching let them down. And, to me, the bullpen has been suspect for the Dodgers. Craig Kimbrel is not the ninth inning guy. I think the safe bet is to go with Daniel Hudson, wouldn't you say? Someone who is going to come in and get the final 3 outs, record the final 3 outs. Because, Craig Kimbrel, man, he ain't cutting it. No, he ain't doing it. We traded this. We really traded this. We really traded AJ Pollock for this guy? Really? That's why the White Sox gave him away. He hasn't been very impressive. His performances has been mediocre at best. And I don't know why we traded away AJ Pollock for this guy. We was better off keeping AJ Pollock and trying to figure out something else in the bullpen. Because, Craig Kimbrel, I hate to say it, but he's straight trash. He's hot doo-doo. He's hot doo-doo. And I don't trust this guy. I don't trust this guy on the mound. I don't at all. I don't. He has no business being out there in the ninth inning. You know, and I mean that's the really unfortunate thing about Craig Kimbrel and the trade. Now I'm starting to see that this wasn't the right move. You know, and I feel like Dave Roberts is overusing him. It is believing in this guy because of analytics, of course. Probably analytics has a lot to do with the fact that he's even giving him the ball in the ninth inning. But, I mean, look, this makes Kenley Jensen look innocent, okay? Now, you can almost say that you miss Kenley Jensen after seeing this ninth inning, you know, meltdown from Kimbrel. Couldn't even get the outs. And Freddie Freeman, he didn't help either because Freddie Freeman made a rare error at first base. You know, it's a play that a little leaguer probably would have made. This is a tough loss for the Dodgers. I mean, I understand you're not going to win them all. I get it. You're not going to win them all. And, you know, there's Dodger fans that's going to get on my case and say, well, you know what? We got 30-plus wins. We're in first place. You know, we're above 500. I get all that. But as a competitor and as a passionate sports fan, you want to see your team, even though it's humanly impossible to win every single game, you want to see your team give good effort, night in and night out. And you want to see your team win as many games as possible, especially against a Pittsburgh Pirates team. Unacceptable. You shouldn't lose to the Pittsburgh Pirates, especially when you have a great record against them over the last 6 years. So, I mean, having Craig Kimbrel hasn't really done much to improve the back end of the bullpen. They're going to have to consider trading for another back end reliever. The Dodgers are. If they want to have a chance to win another World Series, they're going to have to, you know, look hard on the market for another quality arm that can go in the back end of that bullpen of theirs. Because I just don't believe in anybody in that back end of the bullpen with the exception of Daniel Hudson. They need someone to stabilize things in that bullpen. Because now I'm seeing that this deadline accusation was just stupid. It was clearly stupid of the Dodgers to give away a good hitter for a pitcher that is washed up, that can't get the final 3 outs, that's shaky, that's erratic, that struggles with his command when he's out there on the mound, that doesn't have that same confidence that he once had. Bad move. It was a terrible move by the Dodgers to get Craig Kimbrel. And now they're getting the worst of it. It's not the White Sox that's getting the worst of it. It's the Dodgers that's getting the worst of it. This is a guy that's going to stress all Dodger fans out the same way Kenley Jensen started stressing out Dodger fans. Make everybody nervous in the ninth inning. Not able to come in and notch the saves. Get saves. You know, a week ago he did record 2 saves. This is in professional sports is what have you done for me lately? You know, and this is a man that continues to try my damn patience. He's trying my damn patience. Every time he's on the mound, I don't want to watch the Dodgers. I can't bear to watch the ninth inning when he's pitching. It's getting that bad. It's like when you was watching Kenley Jensen in the ninth inning. You had to shut your eyes until the game was over. I mean, that's how this is becoming. That's exactly how it's the same shit. It's the same shit that we saw with Kenley Jensen, towards the end of his run with the Dodgers. Same shit. Just another arm, but the same shit. I don't know. I don't know. To me, it's turning out to be a very, very bad trade. It's turning out to be a bad trade. Like, this guy is struggling. He's too wishy-washy. You don't know which Craig Kimbrel you're gonna get. You can't really identify who he is. We don't have any identification on who this man is. But he's certainly not the damn closer for this team. He made that real clear. He is not the closer for this team. Maybe middle relief, maybe setup man, maybe 6th inning, 7th inning, I don't know. But he's definitely not the 9th inning guy. Definitely not the ninth inning guy. And the Dodgers, they made this surprising trade to acquire him. And for what, man? To me, he hasn't really made a great impression. Anybody can get a few saves here and there. But can you do it consistently? Can you do it when your team needs it the most? When they're counting on you to get those final 3 outs? And when you really look at it, though, he's blown his first save. And his ERA with the Dodgers is now 5.02. And I just feel like the Dodgers have way better pitching options and can do this closer thing by committee because Kimbrel is a problem. Like I said, give the ball to Daniel Hudson and let him close it out and call it a day. Call it a damn day, please. And they can say whatever they want to say. Andrew Fryman is apparently Andrew Fryman and the Dodgers are not worried about Craig Kimbrel. Well, hell, I am. And most of the fans here in LA are as well. I don't think this trade is going to derail the Dodger season because they're still deep. They have one of the best lineups in baseball, if not the best lineups. We could sit here and make the argument that they had the best lineup offensively in baseball history. We could really sit there and make that argument. But the ugliness of this trade, it showed tonight. It really showed tonight. Kimbrel blows the save. Blows the save. All they needed was 3 effing outs, and they win the damn ball game. But the Dodgers really didn't deserve to win this game tonight because they shot themselves in the foot. They got off to a bad start. Walker Buehler pitched uncharacteristically. Didn't have his best stuff. Couldn't command his fastball. Struggled. Gave up home runs. Gave up a 3-run home run to start the game early. Then gave up a solo blast to that Reynolds kid. Buehler is still trying to figure things out, and so is Kimbrel. But I wouldn't trust Kimbrel if my life depended on it. I wouldn't trust him to save me from a building. If I was falling from a building, I would literally tell him, just let me fall, dude. Because I can't trust that you're gonna rescue me, that you're gonna save me. But the Dodgers gotta get this pitching thing together. This was a disappointing loss tonight. A very disappointing loss. Craig Kimbrel is way too inconsistent to be a closer. Way too inconsistent to be a closer. I mean, that's facts. Way too inconsistent to be a closer. Let's not kid ourselves here. This team could be ruined by Kimbrel. Again, this was a terrible trade. This is unreal. Shit's unreal. I'm annoyed. I'm disgusted with Craig Kimbrel due, to a blown save. Awful. Just awful. A terrible loss. Awful. Try it again tomorrow. That's all you could do. Just try. Just come back out again tomorrow and hope for a better day tomorrow. That's all you can do now. You guys have a good night. See you guys later.